Well, I think the first thing to say about the Olympics is that I never thought they would ever come to London. I'm really excited about the fact that the Games are coming to London. In fact, we live we're on the route of the cycle race, of the long distance cycle race. I don't think that's actually the official term, the long distance cycle race, but we live on it. So I'm getting the girls to set up lemonade stands. And Amber, she's not a bad DJ, we could have a decent sound system. We could have our own lemonade disco right here in the front driveway. Well, having never been to a city which holds the Olympics before, this will be my first time. I don't know, I suppose so. I think everybody kind of gets on the bandwagon, I would imagine. It's not just about the official events, it can't be, because there are so many other events happening around the Games, which are actually officially part of the Olympics themselves. I mean, we're involved in one. We're involved in the BT online concert in Hyde Park, which is a massive show timed to coincide with the opening of the Olympics. The show that we're involved in, the reason it's happening, is for all the people who want to see the opening ceremony and want to be in a big crowd but couldn't get into the stadium. So we're there for them. It's a fantastic bill. I'm looking forward to it. I remember Olga Korbut, who was the Russian woman gymnast, and she, at the time, I think she was the youngest entrant in the Olympic Games ever, and that caused a big fuss. And she was fantastic, and she was young and little, and she could do amazing things. And I think all the guys in my family were a little bit in love with her. I remember the Olympic Games where Mark Spitz won 6 medals, and it was the most medals that anybody had ever won. And it was that Olympic Games seemed to be all about the swimming. I remember Sebastian Coe winning. Anybody British ever got a medal? We always thought that was great. I will be watching, obviously, the cycling event from my front garden. I will be watching I like the fencing, actually. If I can catch any fencing, I might even go to that, because it's not a terribly popular sport. So I might even get to go and see that. I'm very excited to see the football, because we might be able to do quite well in that. Who am I kidding? I think the track and field are always really they're riveting events. The running events are incredible. I think the relay races are fantastic. Particularly the 100 metre, the 4x100 metre relay. Things like shot put and discus, they seem so old-fashioned and out of place in the modern world. That in itself fascinates me, you know. I'm not really an aficionado of any one single sport. Of course, the women's gymnastics is always great to watch because it's so beautiful.